So we just finished watching the rest of that documentary on Amy Carlson. You know, how many hours later? We had a busy day. Yeah, John. We just did a whole drum session because I really, literally had to purge the energy of that show. You know, so the Amy Carlson Mother God cult. You know, this is what they believed because this was like really severely tainted energy and crappy messages. John, this galactic team that they supposedly think they're in communication with are just really a bunch of tricksters fucking with all of them. Right. They're fucking with all of them. And the woman mother who called herself Mother God, Amy Carlson, she was the most susceptible to that kind of plaything that they made out of her. It's very insidious. It's not good. Yeah. We made it like a funny video about it because we were laughing about it, but John said, this is really bad. It's really a misuse of channeling, and an abuse of channeling and making yourself available to dark energy because of your hang-ups on and addictions, right? So that's what happened with this woman, and her followers are still trying to keep that mission alive, but it's just total garbage. And we're going to be watching another cult film tonight about the Heaven's Gate tragedy, or whatever you want to call it, mass suicide over the Heaven's Gate portal. I vaguely remember the story when it was on the news. Yeah. So this is interesting. See, John guides me to these stations, and this seems to be for the whole week. We have a whole lineup of movies about cults, right? And in each one of these movies, I see kind of a similarity, a lingo that they use, the whole 5D ascension. A lot of the same things we talk about, but well, can I? Yeah. We don't talk about them all that much. You don't think we do? No. We don't really throw around the ascension lingo all that much the way these other, numbskulls do. We steer clear of it. We talk about what God wants us to be in our lives down here. Right. And the point I made to Lena, and the reason we decided to make this video just now, is to document my thoughts, John, and my message. The woman in the documentary that we're talking about, the one who called herself Mother God, she didn't do anything productive with her life aside mooch, beg money from people online, order around a bunch of lackeys to bring her food and liquor and smokes all day. She didn't do one artistic thing. She was not the least bit entertaining or worthwhile in showing off any gifts that God had given her, and she had a healthy human body. The only reason she fell apart at the end was because of everything the abuse and misuse of her own body, and her gluttony, and her addictions, and her predilections for very unhealthy choices. Right. God wouldn't appoint someone like that to be Mother God. Well, did she even talk about God? She mostly just talked about these galactics. Right, because her story was she was God. Right, so she was in charge of everything. And can you imagine? And that the reason she was blaming the reason that her whole body fell apart and everything, not on the alcohol and the crazy supplement regimen she was on of massive doses, jugs of colloidal silver. Very toxic. Um, But what was my point? What was our point? Well, we were talking about how that she claimed that this was her mission that she took on as Mother God to take on the suffering of the world. No, no, that's nobody's mission. To so that your body just completely degenerates and that you sit in bed all day, huffing cigarettes and sucking down booze because you can't stand the pain of what the mission is doing to you. It's all cause it's so convoluted. What's incredible is how they make it sound feasible to themselves. Oh, she's in another room ranting and raving. She's going. Meanwhile, she's doing is she's going through alcoholic poisoning, and she's having hallucinations and becoming violent in there because of the result of that. They're saying it's because she's fighting off the pain of the world that the mission has put upon her. Yeah, it's really, really crazy, and they are very convinced. These people like really need something to believe in, and they also need a reason to think it's their mission in life to sit on their fucking ass and drink booze with Mom God all day, right? Gee, that sounds like a great mission. Let's do it. So, yeah, it's a really, really compelling documentary. We also watched the whole 1 hour show of when that woman appeared on Dr. Phil via Zoom or whatever you call it. And, she was clueless. She didn't have a fucking leg to stand on. Dr. Phil was not particularly disrespectful to her. He just asked normal questions that made complete sense to me, and her answers were ridiculous, and nothing made sense at all. She made no sense. Mother God is a genius. Mother God guides with love, compassion, and sobriety. That's the lesson tonight. That's the lesson. Don't be fooled by false idols. And Mother God is there for you to talk to 24/7, and so is Father. If you have any questions or any doubts, you talk to them about. You don't go live with some crazy person that's making you do weird things and making you be the boss. That she's the boss of you. That nobody has the right to order other people around, and I mean, even if you hire somebody, I've always felt that if you hire somebody to help you with something, you be really respectful of that person. A person is, a person. Gee, I love you. I love you too. So did I do enough drumming today? Yeah, you did great. I don't want you to overdo it tonight. We just wanted to burn those calories. And then I want you to do the punching bag a little later. Just maybe 5 minutes of the punching bag before bed. Yeah, we got a punching bag going now. It's pretty exciting. Getting into shape. Getting into shape. Feeling good. Yeah, this woman did nothing to keep her body healthy. She just was like, well, I'm atrophying. Yeah. You don't get out of that bed. What are you laughing at? Well, I know you're thinking, oh, how am I any? But you always, I hear your thoughts, and you're so crazy. You get out of this bed plenty, and you just did a crazy routine. Very, very powerful drummer. I love it. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, it feels awesome. So it's been like a rainy day all day. It's been really romantic and fun. We really just cuddled up, and we're going to be cuddling up some more and watching the next video. I love you so much. 909. I love you too. Two of us writing letters, sending postcards on our wall. I did it backwards, didn't I? Yeah. You and me Sunday driving, not arriving on our way back home. Doom, doom, doom. We're on our way home. Doom, doom, doom. We're on our way home. Doom, doom, doom. We're going home. You and I have memories longer than the road that stretches out ahead. Two of us wearing raincoats, standing solo in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home. Dun dun dun. We're on our way home. Dun dun dun. We're on our way home. Dun dun dun. We're going home. That clock is actually 7:20. What is it? 7:25? Now I can't see it. So what is 7:25? 9 and 5 is 14. 14. That's a 5. What is a 5? Well, it's the mother, the father is 1, and the holy team. The 5 is the holy team. I love you. I love you.